Hello everybody, it's Lazel here with another video. Today I want to talk about something that will probably happen to all of us at some point. I am going to talk about merging kingdoms, and it already happened to me twice, and I want to talk to you about my experiences. So with the first merge, that was a very tough time when we were in our starting kingdom 216. It was about me being in the second strongest alliance, and there was another very strong alliance, and this alliance was forcing us to merge with them. And we wanted to negotiate about it, and they were forcing it on us. And so we had a lot of drama back then, but it ended up in us merging with them because we were the second strongest alliance. We weren't as active as them, and they were burning down one of us at a time and just increasing the pressure. And at some point we had to give in and merge with them. So, but the conclusion out of that was, or the result out of that was, that we had an alliance when we first merged, in our first merge. We had an alliance that had 60 to 70 active players at a time. And when you are about to merge, you usually have, I believe it is Savage Lands as an event where you determine which kingdom will stay. So we had the Savage Lands rounds against the kingdoms that we are about to merge with, and we were a very strong kingdom and a very strong alliance, so we won that one. So our old kingdom remained, the 216 kingdom. Then we merged, and we merged with, I don't really remember what numbers the kingdoms were, but yeah, we merged with two other kingdoms. So, and we tried to organize that a lot, and what I can definitely recommend is to create a castle in the kingdoms that you are going to merge with and message the leaders of the strongest alliances and talk to them, either in-game or you get some social media accounts from them or line ID or whatever, and talk to them there and try to organize a merge, or at least try to find out what they want. Do they want to come to your kingdom and just fight with you and want to dominate the kingdom? Or are they like what happened to later merges of us when everybody agreed, hey, we want to be an event-focused kingdom, we want to play against other kingdoms and don't want any internal war, and try to find out what they want. And when we've done that, you can go into deeper negotiations with them. So if you know, okay, we will merge with another kingdom, we will just go and create a castle in the other kingdoms. We will message to the leaders. In the best case, your leader does that, or one of your deputies, to get the contacts to the people, and then talk to them in a chat and try to find out what they want and work with them or negotiate with them to have a peaceful merge. In my opinion, I am, as a free-to-play player, not interested in any civil war kingdoms because I don't want to afford that and play all day just to keep my troops safe. I want to develop my castle and not be afraid of getting zeroed all the time, but that's a different thing. So go into the other kingdom, create a castle, message the leaders and get their contact data and talk to them. So, but what happened after our first merge? Our first merge was, it was forced on us in our first kingdom. So we created a super alliance, I will call it now. And then the merge with other kingdoms happened. And in the beginning it was a lot of drama because of language barriers and people wanting to remain in their territory and wanted to have high quality territory and all of that stuff. So we had a lot of drama. But what happened because our first alliance forced the merge on us was that we were able to play Civil War with, let's say 50 to 60 players all time. We were able to slow roll, so no speed attack, on other castles, and we just didn't care because we were 60 people. And this didn't last for long because we had a lot of internal wars, because it wasn't our intention to merge with our kingdoms and have full war. We wanted to focus on events, we wanted to play against other kingdoms, but the other part of our super alliance was, they were only interested in civil war, and this didn't work out. So the super alliance that we created in our first kingdom broke apart, and now we are part of an alliance that is very event focused, very void focused, and so this one broke apart and new alliances and new cooperations got formed, and the very civil war oriented part of our old super alliance is now not a top alliance anymore. They are they are a side alliance, some also call it farm alliance or alternative alliance, and they're not doing much anymore. So this is how our first merge happened, and it was very uncoordinated. We tried our best, but due to the fact that we had a lot of players that wanted civil war, it was a lot of drama. But we learned from that and we went on when we had our second merge. In the second merge, we approached to one of the other alliances that was in our kingdom, and we talked to them also about merging before the next kingdom merge. So we merged with another alliance where we had a lot of negotiations with, and we had a lot of good talks with them, and so we formed the alliance that we are currently, or that we are now. So then we did the same thing that we did in our first merge. We went to the other kingdoms, got the contact data of the alliance leaders and talked to them. And we all agreed on having a peaceful merge. And that was very good because we didn't want any civil war anymore. I mean, we are always ready to go to civil war, but we just don't want it. We want to play events against other kingdoms and don't want any internal war. So, and we did that. We went to the point that we talked to all those people, and we were in every kingdom we had 3 main alliances, 3 super alliances, and we agreed, okay, we need to separate the territory. So what we did, and one of our alliance members had a very great idea: if you merge with 3 kingdoms, if you merge with 3 other kingdoms, you can separate the map into 3 parts. And how do you do that? And one of our alliance members or deputies had a very great idea. He ported one of his farms at a location, let's say for example like here, and the other one into the one of the lowest right corners. Okay, that's definitely not far enough, let's say like here. And he attacked his farms all the time. So we had red lines or gray lines depending on in which alliance you are in, and he had red lines going from down here to the center of the royal city. And this line was informative for everybody that this is the territory of Alliance X. And so it was clear, okay, we do this like from here to down to the right, from here down to the left, and from here down to the top. In this way, we separated the kingdoms by a fair line. Everybody had the same size of territory, and every kingdom knew, okay, I can do, let's say, for example, like whatever I want in my territory. And so we formed this area for everybody, and every kingdom knew, okay, this is my part, and from this part I have to work on and negotiate within my own kingdom with all the other alliances how we are going to separate it. What we did, we took our main alliance, just saying from my personal opinion, I don't like having the main alliance close to the Blacklands for different reasons, but I won't talk about them in this video. So we took our main alliance to the center of the Blacklands, then we had followed by our alternative alliances, and to the outside we have our farm alliances. I personally don't like that, but we agreed on that in our leadership team. And so, like mostly every alliance did that, and so we created our kingdom. Everybody has their territory, and it's up to everybody themselves what they do within the territory. Another thing that I can definitely recommend to talk about is about ruling when it comes to playing or who gets the crown every few weeks or every week. So what is very important is that you get on the same page with every leader of every of the super alliances, let's say like for the top 3, and talk to them, okay guys, we need an operationalized system. Who gets the crown? What or how do we rate the event participation? And an event that is very important for our kingdom is the Void War. So we say, okay, the best alliance every Void War gets the crown for the following rounds by a certain amount, and so on and so on. Let's say, for example, like we have Void every month. And so we say, okay, you played best, you played second best, and this alliance played third best. So it is clear, okay, the best alliance gets the crown 2 times, and the following alliances just get them once per month, but the other alliance gets it twice a month, and so on and so on. But you can set up your own rules depending on how you want. I'm not really sure if this is how our crown rotation works, but I believe it is like that. This isn't my job. So this is what I can definitely encourage you. There are a few things that you definitely need to talk about with the other kingdoms that you are going to merge with. Talk to them. What do you want to achieve in a new kingdom? What were your problems in the past kingdoms? And what do you want to change? What do you want to achieve? How do you separate the territory? And I can just tell from my personal experience that it is great if you port some farms to these locations and then another farm to the outsider location and just attack them with a very slow unit, let's say like mages. So you always have the line that shows, okay, this is our territory. There just has to be one player that really keeps up with the attacks, and do this for every triangle here in the kingdom, so you're good to go. And as I just said, lastly, find out or work out a system about the crown rotation. So nobody gets mad and says, okay, why haven't I gotten a crown this month? And then you can say, okay, listen up, you didn't get it because we all agreed on the system and you didn't rank well enough in, let's say, like Void or something like that. You just have to activate your members and play more in events because the kingdom wants to achieve more for their players. If you win Void War, you get twice the chests for the win than for a loss. So let's see it like that. It is about rewards, it is about improving your castle, it is about getting stronger and beating stronger kingdoms, because in the end it will end up in facing those kingdoms. This was some personal insight about the merge experience that I made. It passed a lot of time since we had all of those, so it might be a bit shady or not very clear how it all happened and all of that stuff. I wasn't that involved in all of the merging processes back then, but this is just what I can tell, and from my personal experience it is very important to get the contact data of all other alliance leaders very early. As I just said, go to their kingdom, talk to them, or go to their kingdom, get their contact data, get into a chat with them, create a group chat and talk to everybody to be on point what everybody wants. And yeah, this is how we handled it. Okay, so I hope that this video helped you out with your future merges with other kingdoms. And yeah, all in all, I can say thank you very much and see you in the next video. Goodbye, guys.